Good evening, everyone. I am Ria Falk, and I'm very happy to be here with you today because we are halfway um, done with our course, actually more than halfway. And I have been able to learn so much from the reading material, from the different assignments, from meeting with my consultant team, and from the experiences in teaching with my partner in the family relations project. It has been a difficult journey trying to learn so much material, trying to make sense of it, and then learning how to apply it in my life and in my learning. These past 8 weeks have been challenging, but at the same time, very rewarding because I have seen so much progress in my learning, and I hope that I have helped others as well. Some of the things that I want to share with you are things that I found important to remember. And in the principles of program evaluation, I learned that evaluation in family education is very important because it helps us to learn about the goals and objectives in a larger picture of a desired outcome or vision. And some of the things that I noted were that we need to remember what we need to create. It is important to have specific program goals and objectives. It requires careful thinking. A good objective is clearly tied to the goal or vision. It is specific and describes action or knowledge a participant would gain in the program. When vision, goals, objective, instructional activities are put together, we have greater gains and more meaningful data is more likely. In Chapter 3, we had the opportunity to learn about 5 different questions to ask when evaluation takes place. And these are the questions. What are the ways in which participants are prepared to function better in their family life as a result of our programs? In what ways do the participants actually function better as a result of our program? What elements or combination of elements have the greatest impact? What needs related to the program objective remain unaddressed despite program efforts? And the last question to ask is, what evidence do we have that our program satisfies the objective of our funders? There are different methods to do evaluation work. In the reading, we learn about the 5-tier approach, which uses 5 levels. The first level is the pre-implementation tier, and it's when a program is proposed. And then we also learn about the accountability tier, which is who is getting the services. The third level is program clarification, which includes feedback from both participant and the program staff. And then we have program tour tier, and these are differential program effects based on participants' age, race, and opinions. The last level is program impact tier, which is rigorous time, and it's collecting data and complex analysis. There are other methods as well, but I just want to share one. And then we also learn of professional ethics and practice. The family life educator is likely to encounter many difficult ethical situations in their career. Information is available from different professional groups that can help family life educators. The following is a list of groups that have developed codes: American Counseling Association, American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, and also ethical standards established by childhood educators by the National Association for Education of Young Children. And I wanted to include that as family educators through the Certified Family Life Educator Program of National Council on Family Relations, are expected to develop critical skills for ethical thinking and practice. I learned that it is very important to learn and be aware of the ethical codes in family education, because we need to be aware of them so that we don't cross those boundaries that we may hurt the participants that we're teaching or helping. NCFR identified 3 specific virtues that would be most relevant to family education in current social context. The first one is carrying the disposition to support the well-being of family members as decision makers in their own lives. Prudence or practical wisdom, which is the ability to understand competing needs in complex situations. Hope and optimism is the last one, and this is the disposition to focus on the strength and positive potential of family members and others. In the article, Boundaries Between Parent and Family Education and Family Therapy, I learned that how to distinguish education from therapy, and the challenge is to have both depth and limits in parent and family education. I learned that parent and family education occupy different levels of intensity in work with families. The LFI model has 5 levels arranged hierarchically from minimum involvement with families and family therapy. But we have to remember that the primary goal is to help family life educators avoid crossing the boundary into family therapy. Some of the insights that I want to include in my outline is that it is important to remember that family education helps build knowledge and skills, and family therapy helps family repair relationships and functioning. Family case manage helps family comply with legal and policy systems and locate resources. It is encouraged that family professionals to use the questions why, what, when, for whom, and how to examine their work in many settings. I have learned so much about how family life education can help individuals and family members in different settings. I know that as a family educator, I have the responsibility to show care and concern for the people I work with. I have the responsibility to help them and follow the ethic codes to protect them as well. I have been able to see this in recent weeks as my partner in the Family Relations Project and I have worked together in teaching our first participant. We have taken in consideration all the things we have learned and the input our consultants have given us. This has helped me remember my responsibility as a family educator and not to cross the boundaries where ethical standards may be crossed. It is really important to be mindful that my responsibility is to help others in providing information and resources they can use to strengthen their family. I appreciate the time and thank you.